Started, hey, well, you might as well go ahead and do the pray-ups. They called it
because the
wide open layup. Oh God! You just put your glasses on. Oh God! That's so bad. Well, welcome into a hot and sweaty version of the KQ and Rhett show. So I think it's going to be a heat index 103 or something, or 101 to
is that
103
what it is?
Today, something like that. Feels like.
Yes.
The Indiana feels like, if you're not familiar with the Midwest, with the humidity, like it'll be like 94, but you walk outside, you're just like glowing. So sorry, I'm half nude. I did a workout about an hour ago, and
yeah, it's like outside. 103 at 9:49 a.m.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's not 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah. So
it's a scorcher.
It's definitely a scorcher. That's the word usage. So what we want to do is we'd like some help from people at home. We've got some ideas for the name of our show. Mm-hmm. So we would like to we'll post them here as well. But we came with a couple of them. So we'd like people home to kind of vote. So once we do this, I'll put a poll out there. We'll get some votes.
We want to put it to the people.
Yes,
we're a
absolutely.
Democratic podcast.
Absolutely. And if we don't and if we don't like your votes, then we will immediately pick our own because we switch back.
Yes.
to we're Democratic unless we're not.
Unless we don't like the one you guys picked. Welcome to politics.
Yeah, we're the U.S. government.
Yes. This is going great until the vote didn't go our way.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, psych.
So some of the ideas we have mostly nonsense. We've got I could be wrong. Hear me out. Shower thoughts or off the bench. So those are our 5. So we'll list them here again, and we'll have people kind of vote on them. So so I'm gonna grab one of them. What if I just don't edit? Just leave nothing. Yeah. We just put a naked dude. We're just grabbing.
Just some dude's balls hanging.
Yeah, we're just like, all right.
And you guys, we played the long game on the prank.
Yeah. Welcome back to Ball Bags.
Yes, that's really what the name is.
Yeah. So heat wave. So right away when I walked out, one of my biggest. We want to talk about some the pros and cons of heat. The pros are nothing. We'll go to cons.
Yeah.
So I'm always super sweaty, man. I'm always a sweaty person. Always have. Both my parents have just hereditary sweating, and it's hilarious. My brother, it skipped him, but his daughter, just sweaty hands, like right at just total like sweaty palms. So, but man, I walked this morning. We're walking down. It's maybe like a quarter mile, half mile down the road. We go to a little park, and it's when you walk outside and you start glistening, like the forearms, just like you just and you can like taste it. You walk into that humidity, and you're just like, ugh, just that nonsense, man. But my biggest pet peeve is so if you're sitting somewhere, 2 things is, A, people that have, when it's this hot, I'm saying this hot, I'm not saying when it's, 75, I have my AC on, if it's above 75. But when you go into somebody's house, if it's above 90 outside, and you keep your AC here kicking on,
yeah,
that's a good sound. That's nice. That's like love and porn.
It is.
Well, mostly love. But if you go into somebody's house and it's 90 plus, and they keep their thermostat above 73. You shouldn't be allowed to be a homeowner. I think there should not be. I think you should be when you go sign your paperwork. The 900 sheets. One of them is, do you promise when you invite guests over?
Yeah, that's no. I keep mine around 68, 69. Mm-hmm. But anything over 73, it's like you might as well just live in a sauna.
Exactly. I understand the 72 is weird. Some people like the 72. I get that. I guess because mine's at 70 now, only because in about an hour, I think you said is when it's when they warned Indiana people, don't go outside.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be.
I'm going to be mowing my lawn at that time.
Yes. Hey, great. I've
let it grow so far. It is. We are the white trash family right now, and I can't let.
Do you have dad mowing shoes?
Oh yeah.
Are they on a special shelf?
I mean, yeah, it's in my own little thing. Or I have a special pair of Crocs.
Okay, I was about to say, do you have
I'll probably wear the Crocs today because of the whole sweat thing.
Yeah,
you put socks on today, it'll take 3 hours to get those bad boys off.
Dude.
I remember growing up playing soccer. The 2 things that I hated was taking the sock. Well, first of all, wearing full-fledged soccer socks with shin guards. Now, it's not like football. There's not a huge amount of equipment, but it is the most annoying thing because the back of your knee would sweat in a way that it never sweats that way because like there was nowhere to go.
Yep.
So like you would just be like, yeah.
It's the knee pit. It's the knee pit.
Yeah.
You gotta hit
you'd
that
just
thing with
be
some
like,
Mitchum.
at halftime you'd be like, give me some degree or something.
Some axe
Yes,
bodies
it's
in
like,
there.
dude, like, and like sometimes, like, I mean, depending upon it, like, it would actually, like, you could get redness. It wasn't like a rash, but it would be like annoying. Or at the same time, your tan line. Not that I would like big into this, but like, my knee would be tan, my forearms, and then everything else white as a ghost.
You just look like you get that tan line like you're wearing white socks.
Yes,
Yeah.
like, but all the way up to here, like not like to here, like the sport, but yeah, I gotta mow the lawn in an hour or after this, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to probably do it in spurts.
Also, I mean, you gotta have some cold beer in there too, because I feel like that was the only I really liked when I mowed my yard.
Oh, the lawn beer. Top-notch beer.
Yeah, and mostly. I mean, I used to love the yard because I hated, the chick I was with. So as a hobby, to not have to speak to her on my days off, I would just stay in the yard. But man, just having that beer and just, why are you still out in the yard? I'm like, look. She's like, you've gone through 6 beers. I'm like, I know.
And I'm gonna go through 6 more.
Yeah, and then the shower beer after.
Oh no, yeah,
phenomenal.
I would say, like, it should take me about 45 minutes to mow the lawn. It takes me about 4 hours.
Well, walk me. Hold on. So how old are your kids now?
Well, we're just starting my son, who's 10.
Okay, I was about to ask it. Because it is
But
about.
then I watch him and I turn into a dad. I'm like,
you're like,
Jesus
straighten the line.
God bless it. Give me the lawnmower.
Don't make the lines crooked. That's all I ask.
Yes. Like,
I turn into running over your poodles.
There goes
the
one dog.
collar shoots at the house.
Yes, exactly. Just like, and he's like sitting there trying to, because we just have a regular push mower, but it has like the motor on it, and it's too much engine for him at times. And
He's
it's
like, Dad, I don't know where it went.
Yeah, it's across the street.
Yeah, he's like, what's that? Whose mower is this?
Yes.
On the Ring doorbell, someone's mower's going down.
Yes.
Oh, well.
They needed their lawn mowed too. So
Which it does its own work.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have it on a string, just pulling it around. But yeah, it.
Dude, the worst man was thinking so I was in visiting my brother. This would have been last year or 2 years ago, and in Texas.
Jesus.
Yeah. So here's the worst. Again, so I'm sweating. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, he just looked at me. I'm like, he's like, what's up? I go, well, they got the back sweat that's now slowly rolled into the crack.
Yes.
So it goes.
Oh,
it's that sweat bead that it hits your crack, and it kind of feels good, but it's uncomfortable. It's like.
It's refreshingly awkward.
Yeah, the face you make is as if somebody came behind you and goes,
yes.
It's like, oh, sir,
leave it in.
What would you like to order? Please leave me alone for a moment.
Yes. Oh. I'm having a moment.
Yeah, the worst, like, is if when it's real hot and you sit down on something and you leave the ass stain. Like a sweat,
yes.
Like, I'm not doing. I don't go to like the family barbecues in July or the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Don't. Like, we're in Indiana. Like, it's gonna be real humid. You have a gigantic house. We invite people over. Yeah, we're gonna hang out by the fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we lighting fires?
Yeah. Keep that possible if the weather happens to be decent, or for at night.
Yeah, when the sun's down.
Not at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't get any tents or anything out here? No, we're just gonna stand.
Yeah, we're gonna raw dog this party.
And do you have nothing to drink at all? Okay, so you have hot meat so we can eat, a big ass cake. We're just putting this
a cake that's just melting.
What are we doing here, folks? And then, man, the weddings, like, people now know, like, don't invite me if it's this. Like, if it's like,
in the summer.
July, we're having a July 13th wedding, on the golf course. So I'm like, what's the dress code? Yeah, dress like it's a wedding. Like,
yeah, ours was very casual.
I was like, man,
0 suits. Other than, I didn't even wear a tux for mine. I had a vest, but anyway.
He said, I just wore the Ninja Turtle costume.
Yeah, I'm wearing this. Yes.
It's a joke. In your grass
cutting. Do this? Yeah. Hi, Judge. She's making me do this.
Oh man. So man, that's one of the biggest things, man. Like, I remember, like, when I was growing up, like, my dad, like, we'd started with the window ACs, like, which
same
they're
here.
badass.
Yep.
Yeah, like, that's how I was raised with those. Those things
you can crank those to like 50.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh shit.
You can put your beer on top of that and it'll be cold.
Dude, the ice would build outside and stuff.
Oh yeah,
man, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's what we had.
Dude, but then we go to the central area. My dad was one of those. He's got to keep all the doors closed and everything like that. Like, I understand, but he'd be like, man, we can't like drop it like 1 degree. He's like, I'm like, oh, so. I found
the
a balance.
thermostat Nazi?
Yeah, see, I found a balance, okay? There's a financial balance in the thermostat. Like 68 to 70, you're not going to bankrupt you, you know? But like 70 to 70, like difference between 68 and 72, that's a pretty big balance. You know, like the one that's the most is in the winter. Like I used to keep it, like I try in the winter, I'm at like 66 to maybe 68.
Winter's where you can game it.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I can put more clothes on in winter.
Exactly. Winter's where you can game it.
So with the hardwoods, like it does, and I got a pretty non-efficient house, you can say. Like literally behind that curtain is like plastic, you know, because the windows are so old, and they're like the old like rope and stuff. So they're so expensive to replace. So I'm waiting until, you know, eventually I was get them all done. But so I just put plastic up the spots. I'm not gonna have to, you know. And the difference, man, I remember before I did, I used to lay on that couch, and like when it was cold, I loved it because I'd feel like a breeze coming in. Dude, but my furnace would just be kicking all the time. Like, what the hell's going on? So it was this big bay window and that one over there. I got that little plastic shit, popped it up there, taped it around, and then I got like, these like soundproof curtains and that.
Yeah.
And perfect. So, but man, my dad would be like, well, because man, he'd be like, don't touch the thermostat. I'm like, we're at 74. What are we doing here? Like,
this is kind of related, but it has to do with like a thermostat. So when we moved, we have like there was a pool in the house, and it like old school 9.5 foot deep pool, like which
like
you
the
don't
above ground?
No, below, like in ground,
nice.
like you don't see that deep a pool anymore.
Yeah,
It's 5, 6
I don't think
feet
you can even do that.
I don't think, but yeah. So it was. This was 1993. Yeah. So we didn't have a heater for a couple of years, so we just do the solar cover, and it was like the first cold plunge. Regardless, like you'd want to go, and it was like those solar covers. They, in my opinion, they tend to they retain heat well, but they don't develop heat well. Yeah. So my old man finally invested in a heater because like we wanted to start swimming in May. Like it was just, you know, there were 5 of us. So my dipshit brother, we wanted to get it as warm as possible. So he jacked that fucking heater up to like 93 degrees, okay? Unbeknownst to us, a month later, my dad gets the power bill and comes home from work on the fucking warpath. I was like, luckily I was youngest. I didn't even know how to use the heater. So like I was out of the path of destruction. I don't even know what the bill was, but it has to be like,
what $1,500. What is
I definitely think it was like
you take the
close
cover
to
up,
a
boiling.
Yeah, like we turned a huge pool into a hot tub.
Yeah, just soup. You're
like,
there, just drove
from then on, you got to lock on that fucking thing, and like, or my mom or like had to like approve. So fucking funny.
Your mom knows the code, but only in emergencies.
Like, and she didn't even know how to use it. And like I could trick her, be like, okay. But like I didn't really get out of bounds with it. It was just like, it's freezing. Can we turn it on? But like they checked it up. I mean, it was like lukewarm bathwater. Like that at a pool. At a pool like that is bigger than this room. It was hilarious. Anyway, but yeah. Speaking of that, the one things and they don't have these chairs anymore. I don't even know how to describe it. Do you remember the lawn chairs that had the separation where like you could fall through the middle?
Yeah. It was like that
yes.
like nylon
if you
or
sat
whatever.
on that without a towel, dude, it
burnt
would take
lines
and 20 minutes to get up because it was stuck to your hamstrings.
Yeah,
and like you would have to do it casually because it would be like
it's like you're ripping off.
Yes,
it would like rocket duct taped your shit.
Yeah, I don't see them around anymore probably because like they're the devil's invention.
Yeah,
but like they were common everywhere.
Yeah, it was just like you'd say, like it was like that weird little nylon shit or whatever. Yeah,
and it was like. And first of all, they weren't even comfortable either, so I don't understand why it was like a thing.
Cheap.
Probably cheap, yeah.
What's crazy, like just think like pools. So I remember one time it was hot as shit. We all go over to Wizzo's parents had a pool in ground pool.
We used to play volleyball.
Yeah, we used to always go over there. So we get there one time and we go take the cover off, and like you saw something in the corner. It was like this beaver, dead but so swollen.
Yes,
it looked.
It's crazy.
Like one of those little capybaras or whatever, those little things. This thing was so huge.
Like and, Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, dude, it was so huge. And I was like,
yeah.
And then our one buddy goes, "Oh, get it out of there and swim." Like, no, you don't go in it after it died in there. Like that's like people that jump in that still water. Like, you're gonna get infected. So we had like. He had like drained the whole pool. Like,
they did that?
Oh, yeah, because you get like crap. I mean, this thing was dead in there for I don't know how long. This might have been like...
because then you got to shock it, reshock it.
Yeah. I mean, you had to like, do so much shit, dude.
Especially coming out of the winter into the summer. So like, my house, which you've been to, you know, like, it shouldn't have had a pool. Like, it was like, we were very wooded. Cleaning it was a pain in the ass. You had to deal with and coming out of the winter, it was like fucking Carl Spackler, like just coming through skimming chipmunks. And then like during the summer, I think maybe because like they can sense it, but like when it just has that cover, the top like cover, because you would have a puddle in it and it just looked like genocide of the entire fucking forest
17
in my
frogs,
parents'
a chipmunk.
subdivision or whatever. Just like, this is where the mass grave is. So it's like my pool. Chipmunks, animals I couldn't even identify. Like,
like a Peregrine falcon.
why the hell is a pterodactyl in here? Like,
what the hell?
yeah, it was just like, it was always a game. And yeah, it was literally it was always gross. And then it was crazy because then when you clean it, you put the chlorine and the shock and all that other stuff. It's like, holy shit. Like 2 days ago, it looked like a cesspool.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, man, I didn't know, and I watched this video on pools, and like, so I've always, when I was younger, and I'm just thinking about this because like my eyes been so fucked. Allergies this year have been crazy because the wind is so windy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I just got it, like the pollen. Yeah. So I park outside because I don't have a basement, so like my garage looks like it's terrible, but it's like where our storage is. I walked outside from yesterday to today, and I'm like, what? And I washed the car yesterday, and it looked like just a coat of pollen.
Yep, just like a yellow tint.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, it's so bad. Like I had, so like, I just have real bad. I got to get an allergy shot for sure, man. This year was real bad. Because it was so windy. Like normally I wear glasses and everything when I'm out like biking. I like to bike, outside activity shit. And it was so windy that it just got in my eyes. Basically, just plant semen blown right into my eyeballs. So I had like 2 eye infections. I had to go to like an eye doctor for it. Like I couldn't. He's like, well, you're gonna have to, you can't be going outside. You're like, so okay, so I can't, get outside, exercise, no sun. I'm like, okay, this sucks. So like it was like probably, man, close to like a month I was dealing with this shit. So finally got it done. But I was thinking about it because I was like, I watched this thing on pools, and they were saying that when your eyes burn, chlorine doesn't burn. Like chlorine does not burn. And I'm like, what? It's like no matter what, and it was like, because I'd always open my eyes as a kid. I don't know why.
So did I. It was
piss.
Weird about.
It's piss. This guy, and maybe I watched him do a test, like a science, like a
really
something like one of those guys that do it, like they break it down, almost like the MythBusters show. But he's like, so here's the chlorine. Like maybe if you took chlorine, like the salt right to your eyes or whatever, the chlorine powder or whatever. Yeah. But he's like, no, it's because it's what's in piss. That's what burns your eyes. Because I noticed, I was like, it was always in public pools or when a bunch more people get in the pool.
Yeah.
Like I could jump into like Wizzle's pool right away, be all cool, but like midway through the season, I'm like, what the? So I was like, holy shit! So I've been my entire life just swimming through piss, just straight urine in my face.
Yeah, there were some times where I would swim all day and then like get out and like I think that this is the chlorine. I don't know if it's piss, but like I'm like, oh my god, I left my
foggy.
Yes.
Yeah,
like the lights, like
dirty window or something.
Am I high or what's?
Yeah, I'm like, this is terrible.
I'm like, then I got like the first time it happened, I'm like, oh my god. Did the chlorine like ruin? I'm like panic attack. Like oh my, and then like I'm like Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport, like trying to like coming out of the pool, like sitting there like like this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. As I've gotten older, like with my eyesight, like I never had dry eyes as an issue. I do. I'm like straight out of the commercial. Mm-hmm. My eyes water for no reason, like just random things that. After 40 started.
Oh my god,
like,
dude.
When like we first did our podcast, I was watching it, and my eyes were dry. I must have wiped my eyes like 37 times.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was like sitting there like this because it was annoying me, and I need to go to the doctor, but I just like.
Oh man, I went to so I figured I was like because mine like I just have like bad vision over the time because like I mean, I deal and sell cards and I'm cleaning cards all day, so I'm always looking down. But every job, like the longest I've had, has been like electronics. I've always been like, customers. I was in cell phones for, 12 years. So then I was always helping a customer, staring at their phone. Everything, I was always looking down, and like the muscles in your eyes are stronger to pull your eyes in than out. So I thought about, like, I was never really looking in the distance. I was always looking up close. And like over time, it's like double vision. Like I can see everything close, but it got to the point where it was like anything further away, it's double because you basically your eyes are doing this. So what happens when you look at 10 feet away? You're like, yoink. So I had like glasses for it, and man, when this allergy thing kicked in, it made it real like blurry. Like it was, I couldn't fix it. So I tried. Like my dad's in a nursing home, and I had to take him some stuff. I was driving there, and I could not see 10 feet past my hood. Like, I mean, I'm talking like it felt like I was driving like. Completely blackout, drunk, and on drugs. Like it was, I had to pull over twice on the way. I'm like, holy shit! I get there, I'm like, Pops, I can't be coming back anytime soon. So man, but like I started like I have to like do these eye exercises with this.
Really?
It's all this crazy thing. It's like these two kind of translucent plastic that have an X on it, and you have to wear like almost like 3D glasses, right? You put it on, and the X in the middle. You pull the two plastics apart, and it pulls your eyes apart, and it's crazy because like when I started doing it, man, like I could pull it up to like here, just like a scale up to like 10, like 2, and I was like, holy shit, because I couldn't see shit at all. Like I got new glasses, still didn't help. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I got no sense of smell. I'm losing my vision. I'm be like a Helen Keller, just doing podcasts, not knowing what's going on. Like if I lose my,
just like throwing shit at you.
Wake up. Dude, it was so bad. But I started doing it. It's kind of helping out. So I've been doing those every day, and just trying to like, I'm trying not to wear my glasses. Like, like outside I have to wear just to protect my, from the plant semen flying around. But dude, it got to the point so bad. I was like, all right, man, I gotta do something here because I was stuck inside. It couldn't do anything. I was like, oh, because it couldn't even like have whiskey and shit because like it fucks up your immune system. Like, man, I can't drink, can't exercise, can't.
Yeah.
Like what do I got left here?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, damn. So
all right, I'm calling it a day, guys.
yeah, like, yep, we're all set. I'm just like, yeah, just pop. Let me get some new eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my thing, my eyesight is I need to go to an eye doctor, but it's like the last thing that has like gone. Like I had my eyesight forever, like. Random knee pain, soreness, like, okay, old age. Mm-hmm. Hey, I will say my hearing is still halfway decent, but like my eyesight was I still felt like my eyesight was like at 18 than it was at 35. So I was like, I was holding that on. Not anymore.
Yeah, you get to a level you're just like, fuck it. Like, I mean, it's easy enough. I mean, they get glasses. Like, bet you if you have something easy, do you get the or contact? Like, I wish.
Well, I'm not against it. It's just it was my own ego maniacal.
It's not happening. I'm not getting
I
old.
am fine. Like I turn into I am fine. And then my wife would be like, you have one eye open trying to read the cereal box. And I'm it's fine. I totally can see it. It's fine.
Yeah. Yes,
or like
the up close stuff is tough.
Oh yeah, well or like I'll be in the kitchen. Like during football and red zone will be on. I'm like, who scored that touchdown? Do I have that? Like looking at my fantasy thing. She's like, will you walk the fuck over to the TV? And I'm like yelling at my kids like, hey, who scored that touchdown?
Hey, who was that?
Was that Amma? Was that Sun God? Because my son's big into football too.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Dad, it was David Montgomery. I'm like, fuck. From the kitchen. But like, I know that I can see the colors.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, all the way. Red zone's so tough.
I was like, which black guy scored?
Because the red zone's so tough. Because you're watching 10 teams. Like, oh man, that's the Falcons.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Like, dude, I got a 75-inch.
Man,
TV.
the Bears are up 24-0.
They're in Germany. Like, wait a minute.
Wait, I thought they had the Packers. They're playing the Bucks. It's like, and then I'm like, okay. And like that, I think that's my wife's angle because if I can't see the red zone, like that's where I'll finally get annoyed enough.
Yeah.
She knows me now well enough to be like, okay. And like, that's where she had me think, I'm like, fuck, I can't see my fantasy football scores.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I can't drive my kids safely to school. It's not.
I can one eye the kids, babe, but I'm not fucking up these.
I've done straight shots to the linebacker, one eye open. Yeah. We've all been there. Like if I can do that, like if I can't see, if I can't break down my Sundays on my, DFS and best ball lineups, like,
I can't be adjusted for.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Dude, I bought a 75-inch. I upgraded. It was a crazy deal. My last TV. It's karma. It always happens. Like right when my eyes got worse, it was like my TV's like, yeah, this guy. All right, let's just power off. Boop, done. Just stops working. I'm like, oh darn, I got to buy a new TV.
I know exactly.
But I had 75-inch, and that chair's back there pretty far. But normally it's like sleep. I'm like, I was sitting like 8 feet away from a 75-inch, and I'm like, I think something's wrong here. I'm going to go on a limb and say I might need to get my eyes checked.
Yeah.
But dude, eye doctor's like, we can no longer. There's no prescription that will fix, because basically inside is a prism in the glass. So when I just like, bing, it's like when I wear them, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I wear them, it doesn't strengthen your eyes. So like I'm trying to go without them to strengthen. But it was working. It's getting better without the allergy shit. But man, it's just this allergy season it's been crazy because it's so windy, man.
So like that's another thing. Until like, and I don't have it nearly as bad as you do, but like, didn't have allergies. It wasn't a thing for me. I fortunate, and then turned 40. I wake up in March or whatever, and I'm like, I don't feel sick. Mm-hmm. I just feel like something's wrong. Like I'm just like
something's coming over me.
Yeah, just like, and now I deal with it like even this morning. Like it'll go away probably by lunchtime. Mm-hmm. but it's like I feel like clogged up, and then or like I'll go to the gym. I go to the gym in the morning typically. Like once I get my workout in, it's fine. But like it goes away. I'm like, God bless.
Yeah,
it.
it's just like
Can you just give me one thing to deal with?
Yeah.
Like the eyesight, fine. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
do you have to throw like it's
all at once?
Xerxes arrows from 300 at me? Like Jesus, like
yeah, it was nuts. I mean, even on the way back, like I was like getting hives. I was like, because like basically it's so windy now, and I never knew this, but it's crazy. The reason that like a lot of places have you have such bad pollen everywhere is because back in the day they used to have like female trees would have like they bloom like fruit and everything else, and whatever else, but they'd be on the streets and people weren't used to be able to pick them. So people weren't like business stuff like people weren't making money off it. So like, oh well, no, we don't want this. So and again, it's off. I saw it online. I think it might have been Neil deGrasse. But anyway, so I mean, I'm not sure 100% if that's fact. But then place thought, oh, we'll just plant all male trees now. So basically these plants are just blowing loads everywhere, trying to find somewhere. Going, please, is there any female tree anywhere?
Yes.
Instead, I'm just walking through it. Oh, thanks for your semen.
Yes, we're just getting money shots from apple trees.
I'm just getting loads on the river walk. I'm like, God damn, dude! Like it was snowing. Like the other, like it was literally the cottonwood was so bad.
See it.
So
that's crazy to
when
me.
you see it, just understand that what you don't see is already all in your eyeballs. Because when you see it floating around, that means that it's so bad, it's already all over.
Yeah.
Like you're walking through the stuff you don't see. And man, it was, I remember one time I got a piece of cottonwood. It was, last year or the year before on our fishing trip, which I had to skip because I had to miss because of freaking allergies. But dude, so I was, they went out to, the guy that comes hosting a place, like, hey, we're gonna go tubing, and
oh, cool.
Right away, I know my friends. We're gonna go easy doesn't exist.
No, yeah.
So I'm like, no, because I don't have health insurance. I know we're gonna go easy means I'm gonna get this boat. We're gonna turn this thing sideways.
Exactly.
I'm doing, whatever.
I'm
15
doing donuts.
knots.
Yes.
Yep, and you're gonna flip me until I fall.
Yes.
So sure enough, I'm like, all right, I don't go. So I walk up to take a shower, and I'm walking up and got a cottonwood right in my eye. I go, oh God, dude, by the time I got to the top of the steps, my eye goes, it looked like I got just worked by Tyson. So I'm up there, and dude, it's so bad. I don't want to sound gross, but I was squeezing out pus, like it was shooting out like a little small creamer just popped out of my eye. And it finally got to where it wasn't really like so
making
swollen.
My eyes water.
It wasn't so swollen. We go down and we start fishing, and I'm wearing my sunglasses. And I'm like, damn, my eye's bad. Craig's right here next to me. Man, my eye's bad. I took it out, and I go, oh. And he goes, just shit came out. Craig goes, oh God. He goes, put your glasses on. Oh God. He goes, that's so bad. And I just kept looking at him. And keep in mind, we were, it was up in Michigan, so they go to like this dispensary. We were on whatever you buy dispensary pre-rolled. Oh my God, is the strongest stuff. So we're all out of our mind high with whatever they put in. Like it's funny because like a lot of us don't. I don't really smoke that high end stuff like the whatever. It's crazy. Whatever they roll it, then dip it.
Yeah, it's like the same
up a
thing
devil's
with like
ass or something. Yeah,
devil's asshole.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with like the 15% like double IPA, ultra filtered. It's like, can I just have a beer? Like that doesn't sound fun to me. And same thing with like you go up into Michigan and it's like, but this is the creme de la creme. And it's like, I don't want the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get up off my couch.
Good. I don't want to cough my lungs out.
And function somewhat, but do it while being high.
Yeah. Man, that stuff, it was fun, but it was just crazy. We're out of our minds already, and it was nuts. But no, hey, so to do a little transition, speaking of Indiana, big time for Indiana sports. So so right now, Pacers are going to Game 7 at 8 o'clock tonight. Game 7 against OKC Thunder. That one is in OKC.
Yeah, it would be.
So,
it's been fun.
It has been. It has. What's crazy about the NBA is, they were supposed to get, the Pacers were supposed to get worked in Game 6 because Halliburton was questionable. He wasn't 100%. So the number one guy on our team, Pacers, wasn't 100%, and they end up blowing him away by like 20 points.
Yeah.
But the game before, when he was playing and he was a little dinged
just
up,
wanted a Game 7.
It's so frustrating that they're allowed to blatantly. So if the NFL did anything like that, it would be it would shut down. They'd be the NFL players would be like, no.
with Mahomes anyway, but this is
but that's a little. I get those calls, but not to like.
Yes.
This is like. Was it Scott Foster?
Yeah.
Comes out and he goes, the Cavs game. I was told we go and have a meeting, and we were told, hey, these calls, or that was the AI calls. Like he's sitting there talking about it, and this is a guy that's still He's still
Yeah.
reffing. Like that's like going to a job interview. Now I have a real big problem with taking money out of every register that I see. Is that gonna stop me from getting a job here? No, you're fine. We'll show you how to do it. Like
Yeah, well, two things. One, it is so obviously I'm rooting for Indiana, but there are two things that I've had to kind of overcome. One, being a Jordan and Bulls fan growing up, where now I didn't hate Indiana like I hated the Knicks, but they had battle royales with Bird and as the coach and all that. So like there was that angle, but like obviously it is good for Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, and I don't know, and this is straight 42-year-old boomer Rhett. I don't like that they call them the sirs. It bothers me.
Call them the what?
Like the sirs. Have you heard this?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
No.
Why don't you like that?
It bothers me.
Is it the sir?
I don't know. I don't have an explanation.
I like it because it's like, yes, sir is kind of cool.
You're like, I get every of it. It just bothers me because they're the Pacers. And like, no, I know it's a play on words. I don't have a logical thing. It is a boomer thing.
Yeah,
it's like the thermostat.
Yep.
There's no,
I get it.
Fucking bugs me. I'm like, just because, or maybe what bugs me, maybe this is my couch therapy session you're having me. Maybe it bugs me that there's fans that are bandwagoning, and that doesn't.
I'm one.
That are bandwagoning, and they're saying it like that, making it corny to me. Not like it developed naturally with the fans.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a bunch of white women came in and were like, "Yes, sir," and like that's what I'm picturing. Could not be the way. Maybe that's not how it started.
That's probably the least
but
gender
I just
and
feel
color
like
people that
I
are
feel like it's like a Swiftie thing. Like I don't know what it is. Like like it drives me nuts, and I don't have a logical angle on it. I get it from a marketing standpoint. I get it. It's like you said, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Go, sirs. I don't know. Maybe I grew up with them being the Pacers.
Yeah.
Like it is the most boomer thing for me.
Well, I mean, look at this. So obviously, I was raised a Jordan fan. So Jordan beating up on Miller, and then again I followed to LeBron. So then LeBron beating up on Paul Pierce and no, not Paul Pierce. Paul George, right?
Yes.
And then but as long as you're like,
well, it would have been Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George. Yep, that was
would
when
have been there. Who else was on that team?
I mean, they had a pretty good squad
They
there
did.
for all because
They were
every
decent.
year. So basically, the East it sucked so bad for the East because they had to watch Jordan go all the way through, and then they're like, hey, finally LeBron's leaving Cleveland. Goes to Miami, so
yes.
the East has been just getting boo food for I mean,
there was
3 decades.
There was a couple runs with the Celtics, obviously, but there's been
But
the West has been much more diverse.
That's more recent.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that it was still
like I said, you had the Rasheed Wallace and Paul Pierce Celtics that won.
So they were beating up on LeBron for a little bit, and then because that was when they had the All-Star team.
Yeah,
that was the
Garnett,
the Pistons, right? No, remember
Garnett.
the Pistons had. That was Garnett was before when they had they had Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen.
Rasheed Wallace was on that team.
Yeah.
He did a stint.
Yeah, I was thinking Ben Wallace. That was a squad.
Me and Jim Seitz, we were at the Bulls Celtics. Jesus, what did this man? 2009 when they had Rajon Rondo. And he threw Kirk Heinrich into the scores table.
Oh shit!
And the Bulls won in 3 overtimes. It was Ray Allen put on a fucking clinic that game, dude. Every time, like he hit. I think, I'm not even exaggerating, it went 3 overtime, and I think he hit 2 buzzer beaters to put in overtime. It was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Guard him with all 5 people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if the guy, he was unreal in that game. Like, he might have dropped like 45.
Oh,
and
easy.
it's just like, and I mean, pull up Jay. Could not be stopped.
Yeah.
Like, but it was awesome. And I'll never forget when Rondo threw Heinrich into the thing. An entire chant at the United Center of "Fuck you, Rondo." Mm-hmm. So me and Jimmy are like leaning into it, and there's like an 8-year-old kid next to us, and we look and I like bump him. I'm like, and the kid's going, "Fuck you, Rondo." And we're like, all right, he's doing it more worse than it. His old man doesn't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
man.
So it was like, because then I like felt bad. Like there's a kid, like you in the moment, we're like 5, $15 beers deep.
Yeah.
So. You're like, all right, well, let's keep going.
I mean, the kid's screaming.
Yeah, it is with Indiana, and then obviously you have the Fever. So you kind of
So I mean, what I think is crazy, because again, I mean, I'm a guy, so I've always been into men's sports. That's just how it's been. And the WNBA really wasn't drawing a lot of not even just male viewers, but it was kind of down. There wasn't really anything there that that was different or shocking and all, and really, and it's crazy because you watch, because I watched, I was like, all right, there's a lot of hype at Caitlin Clark. I think she's an awesome player. I mean, I think there's a lot of good players now. I mean, even like Paige plays for a shitty team, but she's a great player. But what Caitlin's doing is, it's when you watch her, it was like kind of watching what Steph Curry started to do when he was doing stuff that, because she's got handles, she can steal, she can dribble, she can do everything, and it's different. Like when I'm watching, I don't feel like because it comes from a male point of view, so it doesn't feel like that you're watching a woman's sport anymore. Like the way that team is doing something different, where it's just the camaraderie's there, and then like with the last guy I watched, like I got literally, I have my phone reminders of when the Fever are playing, because I want to watch. Like they're playing today at 3, but like the last game I watched, man, when she came out, she got hurt for a little bit. She came back, and man, like teams are just going at her, like physically, like
was this the fight you're
like where
referring to?
she got poked in the face, and then body checked to the ground.
So the chick who body checked her went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, and
Marina Mabry.
Yeah, and then I think she just tore something.
Well, yeah, she has like 5 ACL tears. She dealt with that.
Yeah, I think like yesterday or the day before.
Oh,
I think,
it was
she
karma
went,
then, maybe.
I think, yeah, but no, what was crazy? So Sophie Cunningham, she plays for the Fever too, and she's got a twin. And I mean, first right away, like she's known for being obviously super attractive. So I mean, obviously that's where some people are like, oh yeah, she's just a hot chick, but dude, she's a baller. And what she's like the enforcer. So she ran right over and like body checked the one girl, but then dude, she takes old girl like. She took the girl down like straight. It was straight up, just like
I'll watch chicks fight.
Oh, dude, it was like, but she like took her down and like she pushed her in the face, and it was like shit that's like that you watch it like that camaraderie on a team. It's like, damn, it's awesome to watch. But dude, just watching, Caitlin will pull up from 10 feet out of the 3 and just drains it, and it was like there's one play. It reminds me of watching when Steph, because players were like guarding him, going, this shouldn't happen. Like, what is this? What is going on? Like, there's one play like Brianna Stewart, not the one that's a guy, because there's 2 of them. I think Brianna Stewart. Yeah, she's a veteran.
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, she's not that one. But so Brianna Stewart she's a veteran in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark hits this 3, and like she runs back, and she's like, yeah, like she was kind of laughing, like holy shit. And she was like, whoa. Like the camaraderie. She's like, holy shit. Like you could tell she's like, that type of stuff shouldn't happen.
Do you think the approach for the opponent or for the WNBA that's not the teams that aren't in the Indiana Fever, it seems to me, and I don't watch it as avidly as you, do you think it's like Jordan in the 80s with the Pistons, where they're just, hey, we can't guard it, so we're going to beat the shit out of her and make it physically more as physically demanding as possible, like the Pistons did, or all these other teams.
Jordan. LeBron. They did the same. They didn't really do the same with Steph, because Steph could get around it. But yeah, they would always attack. They go, hey, we can't stop it.
Yes.
It's. I don't want to say it's a jealousy or a hater thing, but it's jealousy.
But but then there's a byproduct to that, which was LeBron's always been divisive in a way to a certain degree. Jordan, I'm sure. I guess
well,
if you live in New York, if you live in New York, you probably hate him. But like across the rest of the country, it was But the byproduct of that is like, then you end up rooting for Caitlin Clark even more, because she not only is the best, but she's a victim in a way. Like it's hard to like put that together. It's like, how the hell is the best player a victim? It's the same thing with Jordan. It's like, dude, this guy's going in the lane and he's being choke slammed by Rick Mahorn, and it's the same thing. It's like, she literally, on the play I saw, was just like, Jesus, the first play was brutal. Yeah. And like, I don't know why Brianna Mabry felt like she had to come in and body check her to the ground. I
think they were, in college, they played.
It's like in a mafia movie where, they shoot him 5 times and then the guy walks by and shoots him again, like as he's walking by. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that's where it was like, and then it's like, then you're like, fuck, man, fuck these girls. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. And like, you're rooting, like, well, now I'm rooting for Caitlin Clark. Even if you don't even have a dog in the fight, you're like, that was wrong. This person got wrong. And they're just picking on her, like you said, because there's envy. Which I think the WNBA is probably longing for. And it's so I kind of got that angle, like, okay, this is happening too frequently. I get the rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin that goes back. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's like something from LSU, Iowa, and like I think that kind of has its own little WWF.
The media wants that to be
the
a thing,
WWF thing. Hey, Angel's the heel.
Yep.
Caitlin's the hero. You need that. You need, like I said on the last podcast, you need a hero. If to have a hero, you need a villain.
Yeah.
But now the whole league's becoming the fucking villain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, we're tuning in. We have this cash cow because we have guys tuning in that we didn't have a demographic that didn't exist in the WNBA, at least at a small margin. And you're growing it. And it's like, all right, well, guys want to see chicks fight. So let's.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's. I mean, I think
it's good basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most, I'm saying that
I mean, well,
facetiously.
first, no, I totally understand. Because first, if she was, she doesn't play the victim, because that's a big difference. Like in Jordan days, Jordan wasn't like LeBron was just a gigantic person. Okay, he was huge rip, so like he was getting fouled. You had to foul him.
Yes.
So that's where it was like, you
that
had
was
to,
like
those,
Dad. You're hanging on his arm,
and he
trying
still
to
was
like
making
not
it.
get,
So they were like,
it's
no.
like Shaq too.
Yeah, when he was
it's
done,
the
like
same
you'd
thing with,
see like he has
Shaq.
like permanent scars
Yes.
like all over him. But like with Jordan was just Jordan. Was like, you can try to foul me, he's going to get around you and under you, and just he did stuff that he was a magician. He was a magician. So there's just no stopping him. But
him and Caitlin have the same thing where it's like they're gonna you can knock a teeth in and she's gonna get up and spit him in your face.
And
like
the competitiveness.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. Like,
I love it. Like how she just, because it was like, oh, she's just a shit talker. Bullshit. If she's dropping
I'm all for
three back-to-back
what's
threes
wrong with
after
that?
getting poked in the eye and knocked
What's
to the
wrong with
ground, it's like hell
talk
yeah.
shit
So,
too.
hell yeah. But it's like, and I don't want to spend too much time on the whole Angel Reese thing, but she has to. There's no way without without some type of I guess. What do they call like not press, but like somebody that like a publicist. Somebody's got to be telling her.
Oh yeah.
How to, cause like
she either understands it or someone's guiding her.
Right. I mean, she has to be, because like I couldn't imagine myself like. They called it me bounds because she would literally miss so much. She would just to get stats. Like, so people would come, hey, she's grabbing her own me bound. So she gets onto social media and she's like, she patented the word me bound. I'm like, and it's almost like, man, like, and you know what? And it's working because I want to see what dumb shit she's going to say next. Like, they called it me bound. And then they started, hey, well, you might as well go ahead and do the pray-ups because they called it because
the
wide open layups. The pray-ups. The pray-ups killed me. I was like,
that's
no way, pray-ups, me-bounds and pray-ups. Because you got to score. You can get all your me-bounds you want, but when you don't score any points, it doesn't make any sense. Like, but she's got to have the greatest publicist going, hey, you're doing this heel thing right, because if you didn't
suck.
do the heel, you're not.
You're probably out of the league.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say anything. I mean, she's great at getting rebounds. I will say it, So, I mean, it is a skill, but.
She's like the guy at the Y that, like, man, this guy's athletic as hell. And you're like, okay, getting rebounds or they can defend. And then you give them the ball in the post, like, oh, that's why he didn't. Like there are those guys where it's like your ability to finesse a ball into a basket does not exist.
Yeah.
But you can jump high and you can catch.
Yeah.
But every other skill is like, it's like you created this player in 2K and gave no shooting ability and used a 99 rebound, 99 jump. Yeah. And 99 block and didn't do anything else. Yeah. Like that's her stats.
I mean, but to shoot a three and hit the side of the backboard and no rim. That's
as a professional.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like,
I'm not saying she could probably beat me in basketball.
But yeah,
1-on-1
as a professional.
She should, because she's a professional. But
you're not some sixth grader.
But man, when you watch this, I'm like, what do you do? And you should. I mean, there should be like, and I get there are those like what's his name? Who's cat to play for Notre Dame? He still lived in town. He used to always be at Memorial Gym. LaFonso Ellis.
Oh yeah.
He used to shoot, and I never saw him miss when he was shooting by himself. And I remember me and Buddy went over to ask him, because he'd been there all the time, but he worked there at Memorial, and he goes, how many did you end up missing? He goes, if I'm wide open, none. I'm not saying he's out to three.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, if I'm wide open, none. You should never miss a shot. Like, he was just, doing like, mid-range and stuff like that. And I'm just like, damn, that, like, watching somebody do that, that's a professional. And he wasn't even like, I'm not saying he was
a guy,
Hall of Fame guy or anything like that.
No, he's a good ball player.
For
the Nuggets.
He was great, but it's like.
His kids went to Adams.
Yeah, to think, if I saw Steph doing it, that's obviously he's the great.
Well, yeah, but you watch like those NBA guys, like them warm up. I remember I went to a Pacers game, and I was watching Sabonis. God, why am I black? The Sun. He's not on the. I think he's on Sacramento. He might have been part of the Halliburton trade.
I know who you mean. I just can't think of his name.
Anyway, he went to Gonzaga, and I'm just watching him warm up, and he's doing all these different moves. Like it looks like game-like. Okay, so he starts, and it's he's just shooting, and then he's taking a dribble, like it's down low, and he didn't miss one fucking shot.
Yeah,
like just like going through it, and then you see like the 12th player shooting corner threes. Didn't miss one.
Yeah.
One fucking shot. and that dude didn't even get in the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, but that's what you see. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like going and watching like, baseball, like these guys that hit. I saw Mark Grace. He used to talk about a drill. They would put a number like painted like, or they would put a number 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side of the ball, and when you hit it, he had to say the number that he hit.
You have to see.
Yes, so he's
Are
like
they throwing
2, 3.
Well, if the ball's rotating it?
Dude, just like, and I don't. There's no actually. I remember thinking about this later when I was an adult. Like, well, there's no way to verify if he was right, but like just to like process.
Yeah,
like,
to think the number.
like a 3 was
shit.
coming at me, like if, at the very least, even if
Man.
it's a 4, like stuff like that, like that's pro.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they say that isn't it the hard? That's out of all the
well,
sports,
yeah,
it's the hardest thing to hit a baseball.
I think so. I think the hardest position is quarterback.
Yeah, well, I mean,
period.
they say the hardest like skill to have in.
but
in-
like hitting a baseball,
yeah,
is by far.
watch this thing how they talked about it. And you don't even with different pitchers where their arms at
Yeah,
the arm
well, yeah.
positions, a righty versus a lefty.
Yeah.
There's so many different options.
Imagine hitting a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that's going straight. Still very difficult.
I guess so. I can't.
But then it's not going straight. Even the fastballs aren't.
Mm-hmm.
They're still like, and you have to like, and people don't realize like they're making their decision like the minute, because it's so fucking fast. The minute the ball comes out, they're like,
yeah, like
I'm
trying
either
to- yeah.
swinging at it or not, and like they're sitting on. It's wild.
It's a level of hand-eye coordination that is. So that's why obviously steroids, like that's one of the biggest things that affected for sure the biggest sport.
Well,
is
bat
hitting.
speed.
Yeah, and
It's
also
not about strength.
Well, it's about it's about your hand-eye coordination. Like,
Well, yeah.
it's proven that steroids increase your hand-eye coordination, so you can see and you can see, hear everything faster than the regular person.
Well,
so it's like
and that, like, that's why you would have like Barry Bonds up there in like, you know, like armor. You couldn't pitch inside because he would have a 38 ounce or however, and he was swinging it like a toothpick. So he could turn on anything that like, okay, I can crowd the plate. You can't. There's not a pitch you can pitch to me.
Yeah.
Because if you pitch me inside, because here,
Yep.
I'm strong enough that I can turn on this, and I'm gonna hit it, you know, 9,000 feet into McCovey Cove. Yeah, that's where the steroid stuff.
But
But
they talk about the 99 home run derby, summer of 99 home run derby. It was 99.
dude, you want
When
to talk?
Sammy was just
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
gigantic, and they were just hitting them. It was at Fenway, or yeah, is it Boston? Is it Boston Fenway?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hitting over the like they're
Yeah,
hitting
the
them.
Green Monster. Yeah.
They were hitting them like the wall didn't exist.
And I was at Fenway like 2 or 3 years ago. It's a cool stadium if you ever get out. It's one of the coolest places I've ever been. When you see it in person, it's a big fucking wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's like, Jesus, people hit I saw, speaking of the steroid, Sammy Sosa on that, but I saw a stat line. This is the steroid era in a microcosm. He had 63 home runs. I think it was like a 330 batting average or over 300. His slugging was through the roof. He finished 9th in MVP voting. 63 bombs and finished 9th.
Yeah, because that would have been the year that the topped Roger or Maris.
Yes.
right?
Well,
yeah,
but he didn't even come in the
yeah,
top
because it wasn't that the year of
McGuire hit 73, or McGuire hit
because it was
70.
Because the one year was McGuire.
Bonds hit
Yeah,
73.
it was McGuire and Sammy Sosa. The
Yeah,
year
that was fun.
And then Bonds like, so what are you guys taking?
Yeah.
let me get into this next year.
Because he was like, fuck, I'm way better than these guys.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then they're the ones making all the money. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, I can do this. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he was taking steroids.
Yeah, I mean he was. I mean, yeah,
He was Willie
Even
Mays
now,
of our
like,
generation. Like,
was-
hey, he could hit, he could run, he could do all that.
remember
Played
he-
center field, and then he was like, all right, fuck, I'll take steroids. And they intentionally walked that motherfucker with the
God.
bases
Yep.
loaded.
Yep. I remember
Because it
seeing
was
that.
like-
That was the only player I think that's ever been.
And the analytics were like, yeah, we should probably do this.
Yeah,
This isn't
100%.
like pride, like
one run or 5.
Yes.
You know, it's like all right, well, let's.
when the analytics are like, we are supposed to intentionally walk the bases. That's wild, but yeah.
But no, I remember I'd go to the batting cage. How bad I am. Like I remember, like I could slow pitch softball, only ball I could hit. I was like, well, I got to be better than this. I go to. I think they had. I don't even know if they had medium. I went fast pitch softball. I go.
Well,
I just put my bat and took I just walked out. I'm not going to sit here in front of kids who are hitting the
Yeah.
ball. I'm not just let it go. Okay, you want to hop in there? There's
Yes.
probably 9 or 10 more balls.
exactly. I put in
was
$5.
like- I was like, I'm not good. That's like somebody put a treadmill on 40.
Yes.
I'm out.
Yeah. 40. Yeah.
Oh shit. So definitely want to transition into so we obviously love the NFL, everything about it. We love sports, but everything about the NFL. So what we'd like to do is we're gonna do a little game here. So it's strip poker. But no, I'm just kidding. So we're gonna do the wheel.
Of fortune?
Yes. So here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna
Where's
take.
our Vanna White?
She couldn't come. It was too hot. So we basically have a lovely
of my
wheel
life.
here where we are going to spin the wheel, and we are going to do. I think it means do 5 running backs. Let's do 5 running backs at what is that? Would that be 6,000 yards total? Would that be good?
Yeah, for
Or
single
how
season.
about over? Yeah, let's do over 1,000. Let's do 5,000.
Okay.
That might be easy. It might be easier. So basically, we're gonna spin the wheel. You get a random team, and you have to pick a running back. The goal is to get out of all 5 running backs is to get over 5,000 yards.
Okay.
Okay, because you're gonna get some teams that
All time.
time, and if
they could have played in
yep.
1967. Doesn't matter.
I mean, here's the deal. I mean, you can't be like,
No,
Duke
I'm not
Willingcourt
gonna-
or
I'm
something
not gonna be
crazy.
like
where you
Whitey
gotta-
Wallaby.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to go look
No,
it
but
up.
like OJ Juice is
Yes,
would be
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
stuff like that.
So yeah, but basically, and then the goal is to get over 1,000 yards out of those 5, and we'll pop them up here too. But then we're gonna do a second where we're gonna kind of build a team and see who can get the most yardage. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do, we'll start off. I'm gonna give them to you, and what we'll do is, if you want to like get your phone to write them down, like if you want to say, okay, yeah, that player or whatever else.
All right, let me go. First team is.
All right, so go ahead and hit spin. Let's see what you got.
What do we got? Fuck.
Patriots.
Okay. Corey Dillon.
Okay, and we'll do is afterwards we'll look up the yardage. I'll pop up his players and what the yardages were. Okay, so you got Corey Dillon. All right, your final answer.
Spin Davis. Oh Jesus.
Yep, Jamal Anderson.
Okay.
Falcons, by the way.
Todd Gurley, but he was towards the end of his career. He might have had a good season there though.
Oh, who was with Vic?
Michael Turner, Jamal Anderson,
I think yeah, Jamal
Dirty
Anderson,
Bird,
yeah.
Todd Rozier from the '80s. I'm gonna go with the Dirty Bird. I'm gonna go Jamal Anderson.
All right.
Because they gave so many carries to those
Yeah.
guys back
Oh,
in
yeah.
the day. Like he got like 30 carries for 2.3 yards per carry.
Oh,
Niners, there's so many.
You got to go with the biggest one.
CMC?
I think didn't he smash all the records?
Yeah,
Well, I know he had a lot of receiving ones too.
I'm gonna go CMC.
Yeah, that'll cover. There you go.
There's so many there, or like
And any repeats? you
there's
just
so many there, like Ricky Waters, Garrison Hurst,
got- Whoa.
Jaguars, Fred Taylor.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably.
This might be Corey Dillon too. Can't say it.
What did old boy do last year, man?
Or Cedric Benson,
last
Chase
year,
Brown.
yeah. Didn't Chase Brown have a bunch?
He did. I don't think he clipped
Corey
1,000.
Dillon.
That's where he
Yeah.
started. Cedric Benson had a good year.
Yeah.
There's so many. Icky Woods.
Icky Woods, the Icky,
Icky
Shuffle.
Man, I'm pulling out all the stops here. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis was on that team.
I think I remember Corey Dillon might have been one of the.
Who else? Joe Mixon.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna go
Mixon
Mixon.
was there for a
I'm
while.
probably gonna go Mixon.
Yeah. Is that 5?
Yes.
All right. And I might have you write mine down too. So.
Okay.
All right. All right. Kyle's first one. Salamander.
Okay.
Titans. D. Henry.
Okay. You're not gonna go Eddie George?
No, Derrick Henry broke
I know,
all day.
I
I was about to say. I
know.
mean, because also you had that old boy. What's his name?
You're right. You
Chris Johnson?
probably have 5,000 already.
Oh shit! So there's a lot. You know who actually had a pretty good year there? Oh man. I gotta go. I gotta
Just think of all your failed fantasy picks, but that had decent years that I would lean into the.
I
have one in my head that I would.
I drafted Sean Green.
That's what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
I was gonna throw that horrible year.
No, he had a good year the year before.
I know, but I mean, they got LaDainian one year, and then we got old boy from
Le'Veon Bell.
Forte had a pretty good year too.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell, but he was dust.
Man, but it's the Jets. Like they've had to have had somebody.
I mean, I'd probably go with the current one.
Has he?
He had the 1 year where he was really good, but he had injuries. I don't know if he clipped 1,000. I mean, we're pulling out some.
Thurman Merman.
No.
Man, well, I got to pick one. Man, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go Forte. I think Forte had one good year there. I'm gonna regret that he probably had like 400 yards.
No, I think you're right. Or maybe he just had touchdowns.
I don't remember Sean Green. I remember drafting him in my first round pick.
But there was a reason we drafted him though, because he had. Anyway.
All right.
Lessons learned in fantasy. When I was. Ooh, you're gonna have some fun here.
I mean, I could do. Was it Barber? No, he was a deep play defense. Was he?
Well, no. Tiki was Rondé was a deep defender.
Damn, I'm afraid. I want to say Bucky because I think he had a really. I'm gonna have to go Bucky because I just remember. I think I'll probably forget the All-Stat. He's like, oh yeah, he had 1,500.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm missing like a Hall of Fame.
An obvious one.
Somebody with the watch.
Like Muscle Hamster.
Oh, yeah.
Muscle Hamster could be Doug Martin.
Oh my God! Yeah, but you picked it though. Damn, Doug Martin. Yeah, he had the year where I traded him to Featherstone. On a Saturday it went through. On a Sunday he scored 50 or 48 to 52, depending on your league.
A 5 touchdown. Game
he would have broken it. Would I go with? I went with
Bucky.
Yeah, damn, that would have been a big one too. Yeah, I forgot freaking Doug Martin. Okay, so overall yard. There's a lot of good ones here. Because you could almost say, James Cook had a big year last year, but I think he had 26 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was more touchdowns and catches and rushes.
Yeah,
we're doing just rushing yards, right? Not all purpose. We're doing just rushing yards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not Marshawn or Thurman. I'm debating between those two.
I mean, those are two good guys.
I'm gonna go Marshawn.
Fred Jackson.
He
had a really good year, and then so Marshawn, Travis Henry. Remember, he had some good years.
Yes.
Willis McGahee.
That
was the one that I was like,
he was clutch.
On like no knees.
Oh, shit.
We just took Bucky. I got Derrick Henry, Matt Forte, Bucky, and Marshawn. You have one more.
All right, Kyle. Let's get.
What do you got?
Let's go with Juice.
Oh, come on.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Bo Jackson.
There's a bunch in there. Because I watched so much college football.
Yeah, I think I will go Marcus Allen actually, because I think he might have, because he was there longer.
The other one, Darren McFadden, which would have been a good one.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but no, Marcus, I think
build a team for the most yardage. So the first one, now here you could pick any position. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to pick one quarterback, running back, tight end, 2 wide receivers.
But I don't have to do it in that order.
Not in that order.
So I can play the game. I don't want a quarterback from the Jets.
Right. But if you get that team, you have to pick somebody. If you already pick a tight end, you can't pick another one. And you can't pick if it's the same team, you got to respin.
Oh, this one's fun. Okay.
Right,
let's spin this bad boy. Give me Dan Marino.
Well, there you go. There's your running back.
Yeah, I'm going to take Derrick Henry. Is this for single season?
Yeah, so what we'll do is now with that, you're getting overall yards for running back. That's receiving and catching. I think that'd be fair to do.
All-purpose?
All-purpose yards. Because it's same like if you have a wide receiver screen, I'm sure that they'll, so all-purpose yards.
Okay.
And same with quarterback. So all-purpose yards. So if you get a little scrambler.
Yeah, but you also want people with long.
Oh shit. Well,
me.
Randall?
No.
I mean, I feel like the best wide receiver that's ever played the game.
Well, it would be Randy Moss. Or I would have taken Adrian Peterson there. But now it's only when he plays for that team, right?
Yeah, just that team. Basically, just in 1 year. So it's not all like total, just their best season with that. Yeah.
So 1 year.
Yeah, whoever like the best.
So give me Randy Moss.
Jesus, I'm gonna get murdered.
No, I mean
I hope he gets stuck on a quarterback and you gotta. Okay, or maybe not. Ooh, I know where I'd go here.
I could go be Pat Mahomes, but do I risk it? Because there's not a lot of tight ends out there.
Yeah, it's tough.
Scarcity. There's a lot of quarterbacks you can. I'm going to go with Travis Kelce.
All right.
There's like Tony Gonzalez is on that list too.
Mm-hmm.
I could have thought about, but. Cooper Kupp.
Nice. Now now you have what? Just
QB. Here we go.
Oh no! Get the Bears! Not one 4,000-yard passer ever.
Oh shit! I don't even know. I would have picked Walter Payton, I guess. So I guess I got to take. Wait, but who runs a lot? Who ran a lot?
I think. I mean, but you got to think if you go the one that broke all the records was Justin Fields, but he didn't throw a lot. I mean, he had 1,000 rushing, but that didn't mean shit because he only had probably.
Wait, do we get throwing and rushing?
Yeah, all-purpose yards.
Then I probably got. Well, I'm gonna go cunt head. I'll go Jay Cutler. That's the safe pick. You're up.
All right. Show me potato salad.
You could have some fun here.
I could, but this sucks. You know what? I mean, I could do. I mean, OBJ, but I don't remember if he.
Dave Meggett.
I don't even know.
Brandon Jacobs.
I'm trying to think.
Ahmad Bradshaw.
You can't keep saying them because then they go away. I can't use them.
Sorry.
There's also Jeremy Shockey in there.
Tommy DeVito. He had Tommy Cutlets.
Let's go. I'm gonna do. So season total yardage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go OBJ. I know I probably I don't want to risk.
You think of Saquon?
I was thinking. I was debating.
It would have been his rookie year probably because he was banged up. So you're playing. It's a single season. OBJ is safe.
I mean, yeah. I just.
Mark Bavaro as a tight end is a sneaky one. He was really good in the 80s. Oh, you fucking cocksucker.
Well, put Saquon in there for sure. Was he good?
Yeah.
22 or what? No, what did he get? Something.
It doesn't matter. Fuck you.
Well, there's still
you got two Giants on the first.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have taken Saquon. Here, watch this, Rhett.
Oh yeah. Let me just add some more. All right,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Okay, so we got. We could do Manning. He had a really big, but I'm thinking for tight end, wasn't it Sharp? Was it Sharp there?
Yeah.
No, yeah, Sharp had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there any wide? So I need what? Wide out tight end quarterback?
Yeah, and there's an obvious quarterback.
I didn't say. I said Manning. Is there somebody that threw more yardage than Manning when he went there?
Fuck yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yardage. Okay.
Manning
Yeah,
had
I know,
no
I know.
neck
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
went over there.
I'm just trying to. I know. I'm trying to think.
There's a sneaky wide receiver too, a couple of them, but
I'm trying to think if I want to. Yeah, because definitely.
But Shannon Sharp's because, I mean, you said it first, so I'm not saying it. But that's why I took Kelsey because tight end scarcity is that's hard to find.
Yeah. And Elway, I mean, Elway had some rushing yards too. I don't want to get stuck with a quarterback from somewhere shitty.
Yeah, tell me about it. I gambled all the way through. Because I'm
gonna go sharp. I'm gonna go sharp.
Oh.
I need QB wide receiver.
I'll be able to find a quarterback on any team, not the Bears.
QB wide receiver.
Not our team, Kyle. There's your quarterback. You got it.
I'm trying to think who was better.
You're okay.
Palmer
So
or Joe Burrow.
you have a QB and a wideout left.
Damn, I could do Jamar Chase, but see, he was more touchdowns. I think he had big years, but man, it's still.
Oh, dude. I mean, he's one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
And then there's a couple during the Carson Palmer years.
I think I'm gonna risk it. Well, yeah, you think like Chad Johnson and that? I think Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Ooh, now it's down to quarterback. If I get Bears.
Jesus.
I feel like you already have me. I don't know.
No fucking way, because you're.
Oh my
Okay,
God!
so
I got
you're
the
fine.
Browns for a quarterback.
We're in the same boat. Okay, so there's way more options
Yeah,
here.
I mean, who's Wayback? The Wayback Machine. Don't tell me his name.
There's a few
Yeah,
that had random good years.
Oh shit! I could almost say you almost.
There's one I'm gonna pull out of my ass that probably had a really good year.
I'm trying to think of who. Man, it's right there on the. It's the one guy that was the veteran. How come I can't fucking think of his goddamn name?
I set him for the Jets, and I think he. Oh no, there's the '80s guy.
He's he was the only Brown ever.
Went to Miami. Both of them went to Miami, actually, if you're thinking about it.
Let me just think. There's got to be. I'm trying to think overall yardage because I mean.
Either way, you need a floor.
Yeah.
So.
Bernie Kosar?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
am I going to pick I mean, he's the only one that was there. Yeah, I mean, I gotta go Bernie Kosar. I think he's probably. I mean, there might be an anomaly, but fuck
Yeah,
yeah, I'll go with
that's
Bernie.
okay. So you want to know, since you're going with Kosar, the single season record for the Browns is 4,132 yards by Brian Sipe.
Don't even. When was that?
Like 1980.
Oh, okay.
And then Kurt Kosar's third with 3,854.
Oh, okay.
Baker.
Oh yeah, I forgot Baker was.
He
there.
had 38.27, so he was below. The one I was thinking, and he had like this random really good year, was Derek Anderson.
Now, is that overall yards or just passing?
This is just passing.
Okay.
But even so, like Derek Anderson had 37.87, which is oh my God, this is so bad.
I can't believe I had to pick Bernie fucking Kosar out of it. I mean, it could have went
I had
anywhere.
to take Jake Cutler.
All right, but wait.
And information you didn't need to know.
Pause this here. We'll add them up.
But anyway, so that was close. That was fun, man.
Oh yeah, good shit.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Before we wrap up, just a little recap. So for the people at home,
Yep.
we'd and again we'll put up those stats. Yeah. So again, we've got mostly nonsense. I could be wrong. Hear me out. Shower thoughts and off the bench. And off the bench means like, hey, he just scored 50 points off the bench. So that's kind of our five we'd like people to look at. So think about it.
Yes.
And again, we also we accept write-ins. There's a write-in ballot as well. So so think about it. So, well, anything else you got for today?
No, man, this was fun. It's good to get together and let's get a podcast name, and we can kick this off.
Excited about that. Hell yeah.
And yeah, it was fun. That game was fun.
Hell yeah, because you got to get over to start mowing.
Fuck me. I'm sweating thinking. We were talking about sweating. I'm sweating thinking
AC
about it.
hasn't stopped yet.
No,
like the
I'm
entire
sweating
time just
thinking about
sounds.
yes. I'm sweating just walking outside.
Oh man, I'm excited to eat. I just want to eat some food, but I don't want to have to digest because I'll start sweating. Just
yeah.
So. Well, shit. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Give us a good name.
Yes.
We'll holler at you later.
See ya.